In solving a nonlinear inequality such as this, one of the first things we would like to do is simplify this expression if possible. The first step in doing that is going to be to factor the bottom. So I'm going to factor everything in sight, but x squared plus 1 does not factor. We'll leave the x minus 3 alone. X squared minus 9, we know factors x plus 3 times x minus 3. So this is the problem we're left with. I notice right away that the x minus 3's will cancel. But when I do that, I have to make a note, either mental or actually write it down, that x cannot be negative 3. Because if x were negative 3, the bottom would be 0, and we can't allow that. So x is not negative 3. So now, the inequality we're looking at is x squared plus 1 over x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. The typical way we solve nonlinear inequalities like this is to construct a number line, and I'm going to look at where all the factors involved might be 0, be they in the numerator or the denominator. So negative 3 is an important point, as is 3, because that's where this factor would be 0. Now I'm going to look at the factors x squared plus 1 and x plus 3. And I am just going to decide the signs of each of these factors on each of the intervals. If x is less than negative 3, x squared plus 1 is positive. If x is between minus 3 and 3, for example, x equals 0, x squared plus 1 is still positive. And if x is to the right of 3, maybe a number like 5, x squared plus 1 is still positive. X squared plus 1 is always positive. X plus 3, however, we're going to see changes sign. If x is to the left of minus 3, say it's negative 2, for example. Negative 4. Then x plus 3 is negative. If x is between minus 3 and 3, a number like 0 or 1, x plus 3 is positive. And to the right of 3, if x were, say, 5, x plus 3 is still positive. I'm looking at this, I'll just recopy this, x squared plus 1 over x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. I want to know when a quotient is positive. Well, if one factor is positive and the other factor is negative, the quotient is going to be negative. If both factors are positive, the quotient is positive. Again, both factors are positive, so the quotient is positive. So the answer is going to consist of all of these x's along with all of those x's. So I can write for the final solution that negative 3 is less than x is less than 3. Ordinarily, I would use the less than or equal to or greater than or equal sign, but I know that x cannot be 3 or negative 3 because I would be dividing by 0 if that were the case. The other option would be that x is to the right of 3, x is greater than 3. So this is one way to state the answer. The other way to state the answer is in interval form. I could write negative 3, comma 3, round bracket, or 3, comma infinity. And again, I'm going to use round brackets because I can't allow x to be either 3 or negative 3.